For 300 years, millions of slaves are taken from the West African coast to work as slaves in the Americas. Many from Amazonia and Biafra, thus connecting our will to be free with those of the Haitians, the first black republic to gain independence from France. Amazonia is a name derived from Ambas Bay, which was a colony of freed slaves in our territory. Haiti and the Haitian War of Independence. Fueled by the ideals of the French Revolution, the Haitian Revolution begins when slaves rose up against France and its exploitation on the land of Hispaniola. Toussaint Louverture, alongside his comrade Dessalines and Christophe, made sure they took complete control of Hispaniola and the area controlled by the Spanish called Santo Domingo, present-day Dominican Republic. Toussaint declared himself Governor General for life. This angered Napoleon Bonaparte. The French Revolution sent shocking waves throughout all their territories on the planet. All the slave colonies heard the word liberté, égalité, et fraternité, and they asked themselves, are the French for real? After defeating the English in 1797, Toussaint Louverture was appointed Commander-in-Chief of the Army of Santo Domingo. His experience made everybody trust him that yes, it is time for you to free your brothers, the slaves of the land. It is time for us to free ourselves from France. In a feast of brotherhood, they came together, all the slaves, and they agreed it is time. They started block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood, slaughtering all their white masters and burned down all the plantations in Hispaniola. Women like Victoria Muntu, Marie-Jean Lamartinière, Lieutenant Suzanne or Sanité, Cécile Fatiman, all took part in this revolution. Napoleon, having no choice, sent his brother-in-law, General Leclerc, to go convince Toussaint Louverture for a dialogue in France. Toussaint Louverture was later captured and taken to France, locked up in a cell, where he later died in his misery. Some people say he was poisoned, but we all know France always has a strategy of killing its enemies in jail cells. Even with the capture of Toussaint Louverture and his death, it never stopped the revolution and war of independence the Haitians had started. It only gave them more courage, and Dessalines took over the command and declared Haitian independence.
I listen to the voice of liberty, which speaks in the hearts of all of us.
In August 1791, as Saint-Domingue's white and mixed-race population squared off for a showdown, Boukman called together slaves from neighboring plantations. They'd been kidnapped from different parts of Africa, and the voodoo religion was their common culture. Boukman had called them to an area called Wakaima. First on the agenda was strategy.
It is on this day that the African slaves got liberated from the mine and decided they will no longer be slaves.
That ceremony of Wakaima, this is what we call a communion. Communion that to keep what you have heard, what you have said to themselves.
On the night of August 22nd, 1791, 1,000 enslaved Africans attacked their masters.
Les esclaves empoisonnaient, les esclaves piquaient, les esclaves tuaient, les esclaves voulaient leur indépendance.
For them to be free, they have to have the same amount of violence that you exerted on them. That's why the revolution was very brutal.
On January 1st, 1804, the entire island was declared independent. Until date, Haiti has been free. France, though, has not given up and keeps impoverishing this country. But we know the struggle continues. Napoleon is dead and gone, but Toussaint Louverture's monument is global in remembrance of him. What is the moral of the story? My dear Ambazonians, it is very important that we know that in every revolution, a time comes when true leadership is faced with a very desperate situation, where the enemy can put hands on our leaders, but that should not stop Ambazonians from fighting on. I remember Dr. Lucas Chouayaba once said to the fighters and to our people, if you hear that I've been taken out or captured, just forget about me. Just keep shooting and moving forward. That is the voice of a true leader. We won't stop now. We've come a long way, and Ambazonia is the end goal. Block by block, neighborhood by neighborhood. Shake, shake, Inode.
Are on fine form despite the challenges that they faced.
The day we hear that they've taken me anyway, don't forget about me where I am. Escalate. Yes, escalate. Nobody should be sitting and thinking where Dr. Chouayaba would have arrested him or killed him, whatever. These people must leave the land. And I've told the soldiers this morning on the ground, if you get up one day, you hear that your papa is not there, just keep shooting.
Being attacked by foreign governments is an attack on our struggle, and we will take no lessons going forward from all those who in the past 7 years have offered nothing but chaos, manufactured deception to make sure that our people resign their fate to an occupation which they had already defeated.